I want SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We're the odds couple. We come to you from sportsbookreview.com. It's week 10 in college football. We're doing our regular call with Jeff from BMOCwins.com covering, some interesting games. There's one game that we're going to cover where Mike Brenner and I have a strong opinion on. The first one is Iowa-Penn State. Now, this is one of those interesting games of the week, I think. I'm interested to see what Jeff has to say about it because it's one of those games that, there's some games where you have an opinion, other games where it's like a 10-foot pole, and there's other games where you think you have an opinion, but you're not sure. It's like your own opinion is a 10-foot pole opinion from yourself or something like that.
Sure.
This is one of those games. Now, as you know, Mike Brenner, I had just an awesome read on the Penn State-Purdue game last week.
It was amazing, and oh God,
Penn State has a great,
I wished I would have just jumped on.
Penn State has a great running game, and they ran all over Purdue. They covered easily, and the game went over. Now,
but what amazes me is the momentum that they kept after that tight game the week before.
Penn State is right. 3 straight covers from Penn State.
Yes.
This is a no-joke team, a team you don't really want to be betting against. Iowa, they're coming off a bye. In general, I have them ranked as in my head, evaluated as an overvalued team this year. I was thinking maybe they'd be a good bet here, but they opened at 5.5. It's such a low line. Now it's gotten bet up to 8.
And they're at home, right?
No, it's at Penn State.
Penn State.
There's a bunch of like 15, 16-point dogs that I've taken this week. And if I was getting 16 here, I'd like it. At 8, I just don't know, man. Penn State I think Penn State is legit good.
Yeah,
but Iowa's a tough team. They're getting 8 points. They're coming off a bye.
I know.
I'm so interested in Jeff. Do you have anything to say about this, Mike?
Well, first of all, Big Man on Campus has hit 8 out of his last 12 on our video, so he's knocking them dead. I love that. All right, I'm anxious to hear what he has to say. I'm stunned at what Iowa, the regression they made from last year, and I'm a little bit surprised because I really thought James Franklin was working his way out the door, but this guy's been coaching his ass off. Happy Valley's going crazy, but now we got to see what happens. This is one I want to hear what Big Man has to say.
All right, Big Man, open 5.5. Now it's up to 8. What's your take on this line?
I'm all over Iowa. I love Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, you look at Iowa. I know, Mike, you said, regressed a little bit, and they have. No one's going to lie about that. They were in the Rose Bowl last year. Things have changed. But they're off a bye in this game. They're bowl eligible with the win. And, in this season, that's something I think they're aiming for here. You look at Penn State. They're off a win against Purdue. You, me, Dennis, and Peter could score on Purdue, guys. I was, like I said, really good on the road against the spread. Penn State has failed to cover in 6 of 7 in November. That means clock moving to November, not always a good thing for the Nittany Lions. Everyone's all into James Franklin's grill right now. Okay, you beat Ohio State, good, but what else has this guy really done? I'm not a big fan of his, to be honest. This Iowa team, I think, is, at the end of the day, we all know they're very physical. They're tough. And look, they're rejuvenated off a bye. They got a new look on life. They're heading into a nice atmosphere. This rush defense for Iowa's been fierce all year. They've allowed just 6 rushing touchdowns on the year. I think they'll keep Penn State in check on that level. And look, their offense hasn't been that bad. They're scoring almost 30 points a game, and defensively they're much better than what Penn State has to offer. I think Penn State's flying high right now, but I think they're running into a hungry team that a lot of people have written off. Iowa is not dead just yet. I think they go into Penn State and get the job done. I think they win this game. But I'll take the 8 points with the better coached, hungry team in Iowa.
Yeah, you remember Mike Brenner on the Monday opening lines show? I told you I was leaning Iowa, wanted to take it, but I was like, man, just 5.5. I don't know if I can do it. And now look what happened. It's up to 8.
Yeah.
So now I'm even more tempted to take it.
Of
it's just Penn State is so good. But maybe Jeff is totally right.
And Big Man broke it down because Purdue is not much. And James Franklin, I thought he would have been fired by now. But here's the thing also. I think maybe they take a deep breath and go, woo, all right, we're okay. And maybe he thinks he saved his job or something because I heard the seat was getting hot. But Iowa coming off of that bye, that might be exactly what they needed. You know what? There's some good points that he brought out there. And
other than Ohio State, this Penn State team has been very average. They've beaten no one worth really talking about.
No, you're right. You're right.
They don't have the linebackers that they usually do.
And they did not replace the quarterback in Hackenberg. He was decent, but he didn't have a great front line. No,
they'll struggle to run the football here. Iowa wins this game.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff's website is BMOCwins.com. Big Man, I was leaning Iowa early on. I just wasn't sure if that was enough points.
I'm going to push you. Now you're in.
No, I'm not. You certainly think that it is. Right now the line is 8. Jeff from BMOCwins.com recommending a play on Iowa plus 8. Thanks so much for your awesome insights, Jeff.
Thanks, Big Man.
Thank you, brother.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.